So now we will start with a new project of Spring Boot. So I'll go to new project and click on a Spring Start project, say next. Now I will get all these entries done. I'll put the name of a Spring Boot demo actuator and the group ID I will change to com demo Spring Boot, and I will change this description if required. And we can say next. So you will see that I am using the Spring Boot 2.2.1 version, and deliberately I am not taking any of these dependencies so that we can understand what are the dependencies we get initially and what gets added when we add. We will add it step by step. So this is the finish, and then we will see Eclipse created a project for me called Spring Boot demo actuator. Now we'll open the pom.xml and see this. So when we see this, we see there is a starter dependency and a starter test dependency. So let's examine what are the jars which got added with this when these dependencies are in our pom.xml. So let's examine this. So we will go to our maven dependencies site and we will open up the list of jars which are present in this in it, so that we will see this. So let's go to maven dependencies. So if you see this, we have a lot of jars of Spring Boot starter, Spring Boot 2.2.1 release, Spring AOP, Spring Beans, Spring Expressions, Spring Auto Configure, Spring Boot Logback, and all those things. And we have also got a Spring Core. So if we see this, we need to find the Spring Core 5.2.1. So we're working on the Spring 5 version of it, and we also got this XML unit core and all those things. Spring test jar is also there. So now, as I said, these are built-in endpoints, and these endpoints will only work when we have a Tomcat. So we need to add a Spring Boot web dependency to get this Tomcat. So let me add this web, and we will see. If you see this, the Tomcat embedded core has been added. So if you see this embedded EL and embedded WebSocket and all those things we got, and it has also got Spring MVC jars as well. So now since these have been added, now we can expect Tomcat to run on this project. So when we run this project, Tomcat will be present. So now, so the other thing which the important dependency which we left is the actuator dependency. So now let's add the actuator dependency. So we have the Tomcat, but the actuator was not present. So let's add the actuator dependency with group ID or Spring Framework dot boot, and artifact ID will be Spring Boot actuator, starter actuator. So we need this starter actuator. So once I save this, you will see this that we have the starter actuator dependency added in our class path. So now we have, since we have added, now we will run the server. So before running the server, let me go to the application.properties, which will be in the resources folder, and open the application.properties, and I will add the server.port. So it is not necessary to add, but it is good that we add it so that it generally runs. So the default is 8080, but I will add 8090 here so that it doesn't collide with any other running server on my machine. So I run 8080, and now I will run this server. go to Spring Boot application, right click and run as Spring Boot app. Now let's see what happens in this console. So it will start the server, and let's examine what we have written. So the most important line what we are looking for, exposing two endpoints beneath the path actuator. That means actuator has been added. Now let's go to the two endpoints which it has added. So we will open the Chrome. We'll write the first will be the health, HEALTH, health. And when we see this, so if you see this, we got the status up. So as I talked, it will be a JSON output. So it is a JSON output. And now let's examine the info. So when I say info, this will be, so the info is empty as of now. So this is because we haven't added anything into it in the info part. So now, so in the next videos, we will examine how we will explore what are the different endpoints, how to the security part of it. We will also add custom endpoints. So stay tuned for that. Thank you.